Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Have I mentioned that I am not fond of seafood? Here, I have something for you. Yes, well, it seemed like a good idea. I saw it earlier and thought you might like it. Or find it useful. Or, well, whatever. Of course. We are partners, are we not? I will keep an eye out in the future. And if I see something, I might hold on to it for you. You have my attention. All right, then.
Are you working for the next technological
Neurolamps? Oh yeah. Boost packs. Got those too. Just don't even bother with you. Because everything is very true.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin
Hello there. Welcome to Ryujin Tower, the beating heart of Ryujin Industries. I'm Jupiter, the tower's secretary. Can I help you with something? Wonderful. It's always nice to meet a potential coworker. Miss Salzo will be conducting your interview today. You'll find her office upstairs. You'll find Miss Salzo's office on the operations floor. Just take the elevator at the back of the lobby. And don't forget to check out the Ryujin Industries store in the back of the lobby before you leave. No visit to Ryujin Tower is complete without a look at our patented neuroamp technology, after all.
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future.
It seems like it's always raining in Neon.
Kiosk.
Welcome to Tranquility, your new favorite spot to refresh and escape from the hustle and bustle of Neon. I'm Delilah. Please let me know if you need any help or product recommendations. Is this your first time visiting Ryujin Tower? Oh, good luck. I hear they're kind of tough on newbies on the upper floors. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Feel free to stop by for a chat anytime. You seem like an interesting person, and small talk goes nicely with a good cup of tea.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills?
You're in luck. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
This is the only shop in town where you'll find neuroamps like these. Welcome to the Ryujin Industries product store. Looking for a neuroamp? Neuroamps are Ryujin Industries' signature product. They're small pieces of wearable tech that enhance some of the user's brain functions. Some of our best sellers can help with anything from focus and short-term memory to communication and confidence boosting. Some people seem to think so. I say you gotta see it to believe it. Why don't you check out the shop? It's worth browsing even if you aren't looking to buy. I'm stocked up on all of Ryu. See ya.
Incorporation in the settled systems.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you? You must be one of the candidates that Imogene Salzo is interviewing today. Her office is down the hallway to my left. Take another left at the conference room, follow it around to the right and up a small flight of stairs. Then take a left and keep heading that way until you see her office. Sounds like a maze, right? So if you want me to walk you back there or have any questions, just let me know. Of course, follow me.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
This current floor we're on is the main operations level. It's where the grunt work happens for this department. Research, data entry, more busy work than you can stand. Most of the people here are technicians that report to Yuko, but there's a handful of operatives that report to Imogene.
I suspect that if I were confined to life in an office like this, someone would end up being stabbed.
There's always work to be done.
And
Pace yourself.
here we are.
Make it a fast one.
Good luck in there. I'll probably see you on your way out.
You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for? I doubt that. I check my schedule regularly, and this conversation was not on the budget. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure.
It's perfect. Well done. This should be enough to get me back in the field by next week.
Go ahead, take
You may have a point. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion. Contractually, yes, but I'd rather avoid the embarrassment. Normally, I do a good job of setting boundaries between work and life. This incident is an exception. Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebbside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me. Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across them. If you can manage to find it, bring it back. Goodbye.
Good luck.
I hope you're more prepared than the last one. Have a seat. And your friend can wait outside. I'm sure they understand. All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later. So, let's get this over with. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries? A pretty knowledgeable answer for someone who claimed to have no familiarity with Ryujin and our product lines. You're either a bit too modest or smart enough to put in a little research before coming here. Oh, and only one of those qualities is of any use. I assume you know which one. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Aren't we both? I'm just going to take your answer at face value. This is getting interesting to me. How motivated are you to succeed? Believe me, our standards for performance are high enough here that putting in the minimal effort is actually quite the effort. So, if you're looking to just lounge around, this certainly won't be the job for you. Some companies think of high turnaround as a negative, but here, we pride ourselves on it. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? That's a lofty goal, and one I'd love to see you accomplish, but we'll soon be the judge of that. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away. Is something amiss? Goodbye.
I'd hate to be on Miss Salso's bad side.
Satisfy your cravings and your curiosity.
There is little question that Ryujin has some influence.
You
How Mr. Bailey
deserve
feels
the
about that.
best. We must thrive. Visionary, industrialist, and
What is it? We have not yet had a moment to talk about what happened to you at that place. Temple? I am not sure what to call it. In all my time amongst the stars, I have never heard of such a thing. What do you think that place was? Nor I suspect anyone else who has ever lived. Is that presuming too much? Certainly it is too soon to speculate about who built it, but
How can we not? After what you experienced, do you have any insights? It is hard to argue, but the implications... I am sorry. After what you have been through, I should be asking about you. Are you all right? Have you felt any side effects? A cynical person might suggest that in itself could be a side effect. But for now, we will just assume you have been very fortunate. The artifacts that temple this new ability you have acquired, clearly they are all connected. This is all so much bigger than we realized. Yes, you are right. And if we continue to work together, perhaps we can start to explain some of this. Now we have even greater reason to press forward, to learn more about what is at work here.
Seek Hearts Outfitters. If we don't have it, we can get it.
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors, all brewed using secret techniques of ancient Earth. Each of our baristas undergoes enhanced
There's got to be a
training
mega
to
I should have
ensure you
ordered
receive
ahead.
the
Like me.
best coffee anywhere in the galaxy.
Hey, if you hear about any entry-level job openings, let me know. I've been trying to find an office job, but all of them require like 5 years of experience.
I'm just trying to imagine my partner in...
To be honest, I don't really know what I want. I just know that if I don't find something soon, my parents won't just disown me. They'll have me stripped for parts. Kelt Corp and Stroud, but I haven't heard back, and that's threatening to cut off the cred spigot. That's exactly why I haven't applied there. Way too much competition. Well, I went to school for business, but it's not like... In my last interview, the recruiter I asked her, which planet is Kentia on again? And she just looked at me and cringed. Let me know if you hear of any openings.
Undergoes enhanced training to ensure you receive the
Hey.
best
Excuse
me.
coffee
There's a line here.
anywhere in the galaxy.
Okay. Hello.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you? Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ryujin just to get replaced by this nobody? Yeah, I bet you are. No one's ever sorry in this business. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me.
I believe you have grossly misunderstood the situation. If you put the gun down, perhaps we can come to an understanding.
You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind, and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed. You can't be that good. Not yet. Yeah, I hope so. I'm still willing to talk. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down. You're Either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Mateo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? No, I do not. But I find it hard to quantify. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I worry that my background and my actions concern them. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense? Thank you. That is reassuring. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence. Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
To ensure you receive the best coffee anywhere in the galaxy.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayou. You know, just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Need a pick-me-up? At Terra Brew, we've got you covered. Morning, noon, or night.
Behold
Instant sensory overload.
Don't even bother with me.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? Personal. Huh. I suppose that's one way to put it. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas, no, the barista didn't sell you out. Ryujin has enough connections in Neon that an incident like this would never slip by. Deception aside, some of us are impressed by how you handled the situation and would like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
You were right to talk the situation through, rather than letting it escalate.
You say that now, but let's move on to the details. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far? In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see. Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge. Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is. Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often. The expenses aren't as extreme as you may think. We limit them. The intent is to discourage, not dishearten. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, Head of Marketing and Public Relations. Having a brand following definitely has its perks, but it's the others we like to focus on. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be? A few slip-ups are to be expected. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. That depends on your actions going forward. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. Unfortunately, I can't argue with that. Completing your assignment is the priority. Just be aware that some of us still have to suffer the consequences.
So, fetching coffee 1 minute and junior operative the next. Gamden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of Terebrew Coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. Well, there's a reason we're the #1 tech corporation in the settled systems. If we were truly that bad at our core, I doubt we'd still be operational. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work. Beginnings and ends, as it were.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job. Welcome to the club. Operations is every bit the essential problem department of this corporation. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We have reason to believe that our friends at Kelt Corp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. Hardly. This is the standard run-of-the-mill tactic we've come to expect from them. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. I should hope so, considering this is your job, not a favor. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Clover over at Keldcorp? She's too good for Neon. Sounds like she's trying to help someone or
People
something.
joke. Say those
Honestly, I
maroon
kind of
zealots
tuned her
worship
out.
a snake.
Welcome to Keltcore. Again! Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh. I'm afraid I've stepped right into it again. Damn. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelkor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for me outburst. That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game. Normally, yes, but in this case, Mr. Okadibo has put me in a real bind. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltcorp. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall. You'd be willing to help out? That's awfully kind of you. Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you? Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If you can get his debt off my conscience, I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been keeping a diary. And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise. Because my father has a ridiculous sense of humor, and I can't stand the name Clover. I mean, seriously, Clover? Our family's Irish, for God's sake. I don't think he could have possibly been more on the nose with that name. Ha ha, very funny, Tough city. You watch yourself out there.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
What do you want to do for the break later?
What? I'm working
I don't know,
here.
but I gotta get out of here. It's been non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break at my desk listening to Cody eat with his mouth open.
One of those days, huh?
More like one of those months. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to Terrabrew right now.
Yeah? I'll go with you. We can pick up an extra for Chloe if she asks.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes.
Can't talk.
Free
I've got a
stock
deadline
collective,
coming
and
up.
you see both.
Got a problem?
Clearly the intent is to get us into the Astral Lounge. Shall we follow the signs?
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be?
You're out there a lot, right? Space?
That's it. I'm not going to show up to work for you.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence. Imogene's a stickler for details.
That's what I was afraid of. I just hate accessing the combat.
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go?
I know what you mean.
Anything
but
to
that's your
report?
missing piece right there.
All right, I'll get on it.
If you think you have any power of negotiating your pay, think again. Besides, payment is based off performance, so let's hear it. How'd that first job go? A fair question. We may have plenty of eyes and ears out there, but I'm still going to need an answer. Not a single setback. Huh. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. I hired you because you can get results. Whether or not you want to be fully compensated for them is up to you. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing. And I'd argue that arts and crafts is exactly what we do here, just on a much higher level. One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company. Good. This one should be easy to pull off. Laredo has their own building, unlike KeltCorp, so at least there's only a single layer of security to deal with. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light on our friends at Laredo. Now, get going.
You would think that deadly predators would have driven off settlers. Humans. We can be so stubborn.
Ever run into spacers?
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon.
Robotech's a peach of a job.
Can you get certified in time?
Hey.
Someone in mind already?
He might, but you're an hard worker, smart. All you need is an interview, and I know you are.
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it down? It's not like it gets much use.
I need someplace to put the prototypes through there. I think you'll find that we carry fine weapon. Here's what I have in stock right now.
But you know Stretch Trash will come talk
Let
to
them.
Miss Lance if you
A
want
few
to
beer bottles and graffiti is the least we owe them.
Yes, Miss Lance.
There's not enough to do around here. I hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
You lost?
I was hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done? If you've got some morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you. And the truth is, in this industry, this is about as fair as it gets. Laredo is far from squeaky clean, and believe me, we've got our own eyes out for their moves as well. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills. We expect our employees to self-manage when it comes to breaks. I recommend taking a moment whenever you feel that stress may be getting the better of you. Just be mindful of your time. This job requires a clear head. It's a decent start, but we'll see. Your next assignment is to find the security chief and use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard. And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Captain, do you require my assistance? Good day, Captain. You may. I will do my best to... Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found. It is impossible to read Barrett If you are asking for a summary, I will see you at a later time.
Yes? Right.
Keep moving. Scanners won't hurt you.
Security's got its eyes on Saburo Akata. That guy's trouble for the status quo, if you know what I mean.
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right. Every damn crate.
Alright, let's cut the crap. This is because I refused to pay Bayou's ridiculous tariff on my goods, right?
I don't make the rules, lady. Just take your junk, load it back on your ship, and get the hell out of here.
If I don't deliver these goods, I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Not my problem. Better get moving.
You sure you belong here? You need help with something? All right, just don't loiter around for too long.
Nothing to see. This area is for loading and unloading only. Keep moving. Yeah.
Don't even think about trying anything. Can I help you? Sorry, but that's not the type of thing I can just hand over without proper authorization. Do you want to tell me what's going on? If saving your job requires a security keycard, I think you've got bigger problems. I thought I made myself clear. I'm not giving you my card. Well, you certainly look like an authority figure. Maybe I can make an exception. All right, take it. But you better be quick.
got them. What do you call them? Pawns? Yeah, I got cons.
Ranger?
Our beds are comfortable and are qualified to assess and treat anyone.
Move along.
Bother with.
Hey there. Got that key card for me? Now we're talking. Not bad for a novice. I think you're ready to kick things up a notch, and your timing couldn't be better. You may as well question the entire corporate world at that point. Just think of what we do here as standard business practices. This next assignment requires a bit more discretion for 2 reasons. First, you'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon.
I suspect a great many things could occur in the Astral Lounge without anyone taking notice.
Don't worry. As long as you look the part and your memory doesn't fail you, this should be easy. Our techs failed to uncover a potential deal between Infinity Ltd. And Quantum Synergies. Your job is to make sure that deal fails. That's what we're hoping for. You'll be speaking with Quantum Synergies Executive Director Zola Adisa and their financial manager Arthur Cruz. I'll be giving you a dossier on both. I strongly suggest you read them for talking points. We're looking for optimal results, which won't be achieved by luck alone. Our team has crafted these dossiers based on psychological profiles, observation, and past history. Neglecting them would be highly irresponsible. The Infinity Ltd. Rep is Nina Hart. I'll also be giving you an altered version of her presentation to swap out with the original. We've changed several figures, just enough to cause sufficient confusion throughout their meeting. Whenever executives are faced with numbers that don't properly match up, any faith they may have had will falter. Finally, I recommend dressing appropriately, so I've taken the liberty of having a suit made for you. We need absolute discretion on this one. I don't want any SSNN broadcasts about murder in the Astral Lounge. Got it? If you think you can do better, you're welcome to it. I suppose I can even provide you with a small allowance. Just keep in mind, business attire is preferred. Club attire would be second to help blend in. I bet you are. Just remember to keep a low profile. Don't let the Astral Lounge distract you too much.
Sovak always gives me helpful advice.
Welcome to Galbank, the settled system's premier financial institution.
Just one quiet day. That too much to ask for?
What's up?
Someone came dressed to impress. Here on business, or just out to escape? Ah, same here. Nothing like a business trip paid in full, especially when there's good downtime. That would be Infinity Ltd. Risky, you say? By all means, enlighten me. Cuts corners. If they are sacrificing quality, be sure we will uncover it. We are a trusted business and would never partner with another company that may jeopardize our reputation. Infinity's instability was a minor concern, but perhaps we should be more cautious. Instability brings its own set of issues, which could use more careful consideration. A surprising conversation, and one I would never expect from someone such as yourself. I suppose the old saying, never judge a book by its cover, is appropriate here. It seems I have quite a bit to reconsider now. So it looks like the pleasure aspect of my trip needs to be postponed. Thank you for the insight.
All these years, and Bayu hasn't let this place slip a single notch. The man knows how to run a business. Well, I take that as a compliment. Coming from someone as well-dressed as yourself. You either got great taste, or great connections. Maybe even both. Tell me, you don't happen to work for Infinity Ltd, do you? Got something against Infinity, I take it. I'd love to hear your reasons why. That's an awfully big claim to make. You'd have to have some inside details on their operation. However, it does match some of my own research that I've been conducting into their finances. Aren't you the resourceful one? That number tracks with the insider details I've been getting. Interesting. Look, it was nice meeting you, and I quite enjoyed our little talk. But it sounds like I need to take another look at some data before I head into this presentation of theirs. See you around, and maybe next time I'll be doing business with you.
Tevin Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise, you don't want a piece of that.
How quickly can you get that done?
Hello.
Now is the time to safety is almost guaranteed. Scrapes and dislocated limbs.
You know I went to chef school.
Everything you could possibly want. So come on into the brand new Starfield.
Just the person I wanted to see. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? Interaction is part of the gig. Sure, it's not for everyone, but just think about it this way. You're the one running the show out there. Use the information we provide, and chances are high they'll never have a clue. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You even earned yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give.
It is good that our restraint is appreciated.
Do you have time to talk? It's about that special project.
It's well deserved. Just keep making me look good, and there'll be more where that came from. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming, so I hope you're still good to go. At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter. Well, that makes one of us. Your next assignment is to remind the competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation, but we like to think of it as tough love. A heavy hand is often needed to make sure we get our point across. Most corporations live and die by public perception. Trusted products lead to a good reputation, which leads to profits. And, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device. The ARC will allow us to frame our competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception. You're not wrong. Believe me, we don't take these assignments lightly. They're also one of few that Masako herself needs to sign off on, and only our most trusted operatives receive them. You just need to plant the ARC and avoid detection. Our technicians will handle the rest, and they're instructed to avoid as much harm as possible.